dear comrades in the Presidium, Comrade K. Gangadhar, Chairman of RMPI, Comrade Pasla, General Secretary of the party, Comrade T.L. Santosh, President of RMB in Kerala and a close friend of mine, RMB Secretary, State Committee Secretary, Comrade N. Venu, and my dear brave sister, Comrade K. Rama, Comrade K. Hariharan, Ashok Omkar, P.J. James, dear Krishnamal, Anish George, and all other comrades on the dais and off the dais. First of all, with the overwhelming memories of Comrade T.P. Chandrasekharan, I greet the second party conference of RMPI on behalf of CMP and on behalf of the Confederation of Indian Communists and Democratic Socialists. When I came to this hall, really it is a homecoming in a different manner. Though I hadn't been acquainted with Paslaji or K. Gangadhar in my student federation days, most of other comrades on the dais were so close to me, and we had been acquainted in different platforms. For example, Ashok Omkar. He may not be remembering me, but I know his family for several decades. It was Comrade Omkar who came to Kerala in 1986 to have some fruitful political discussions. And I still remember he had 2 gunmen with him because his life was in danger. Several times I had gone to his home. I still cherish my memories of breakfast and dinners prepared by his mother, loving mother, Mrs. Omkar. And I have so many other friendships in your parties affiliated to or merged as RMPI. In Kerala, the story is little different. RMP was formed in 2008-9 period, and later RMPI was formed. I think it was in 2016, and you had a good preliminary conference in Chandigarh in 2017. In short, all of us were working in CPIM in one way or other. For the new comrades who had no understanding about my little political background, I would say I was the Vice President of All India SFI, and M.A. Baby and Siddharam Yechury were the presidents, and had worked in Kerala as the President and Secretary of the Kerala State Committee of SFI for a long time. So all of us were in a boat, and why we are in different boats now. It is not only an organizational question I am posing to you. It is a political organization question. It is basically a political question. All of us left CPM at different points of time due to different reasons. Paslaji was an epitome of CPM in Punjab as well as in Haryana. M.V. Raghavan was a model of CPM leaders in Kerala. Omkar was the stormy revolutionary petal of new generation CPM leaders after Rajeshwar Rao and P. Sundarai. And again in Rajasthan, in Bihar, so many comrades left CPIM. In Orissa State Committee Secretary Ajay Rawat led a party called Orissa Communist Party. In West Bengal, they formed a party called Party for Democratic Socialism under the leadership of Saifuddin Chowdhury and Samir Pututunde. In Tripura, Ajay Bishwas later joined with PDS. In Rajasthan also they formed ASCTU and MCPI. It was the central point of MCPI, Rajasthan and other trade union centers. So when in Tamil Nadu, so many comrades came out of CPM as well as some CPI. Comrade Pandian, who later became the secretary of CPI again, he was an MP, he joins hands with Mohit Sen and formed UCPI. So when we sprinkle all these parties on the map of India, you can see at least 10 political parties coming out of CPM in 80s and 90s. Of course, in 60s, CPIML was formed. It is a different story. And they also had several shades of political organizations. Now CPIML has entered into electoral politics and it is bigger than CPM and CPI in Bihar. Now they have started working with the democratic forces and playing an important role in so many places. So my point is, my argument is, the communist movement in India, though it is small, it has shattered like anything. It is a mirror thrown on a rock. There is a saying in Malayalam. It is a mirror broken by throwing it on a hard rock. Why? On the one side, left parties have been disintegrating or dividing by themselves. What is happening to CPIM? They thought they are infallible. They can't fail. Now in Tripura, as all of you know, they are allying with Congress to just for campaigning for their candidates. They could not hold the red flag. Both Congress and CPM decided we need not take our own party flag, let us take the Indian national flag, which is very similar to Indian National Congress flag, tricolor. In the first demonstration in Agartala, they could not hold that red flag. They were not brave enough to hold the red flag. But all of us, including CMP and RMPI or MCPI or any party, we always held the red flag high across the country, even defeating the social fascist onslaughts against us. So this is a different point. So what happens to CPM in their epicenters like Tripura and West Bengal? In so many places, CPIM died young. It has not been existing or has not been existing for the last 10 years. No one, including Mamata Banerjee, expected such a demise of CPIM and emergence of BJP. So on the one side, either the big political parties are getting disappeared in their citadels other than Kerala. And in all other places, including Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, in so many places, the left forces are shattered. But look at the right forces. They are getting consolidated. BJP was a small party in 84. When our split occurred in 1986, BJP had only 2 members in the Indian Parliament. Now they have completed 2 terms and trying to have a 3rd term, not members. So this is a general picture. Right wing getting consolidated, left parties getting shattered. I am not going to the reasons, but it is a fact. Often, I used to say Malayalis and even the left parties, they were more interested in finding the reasons, but often they are not looking at the dire fact. The dire fact is that left is getting shattered, right is getting consolidated. As Paslaji rightly pointed out in his inaugural speech, now the right wing has captured the state power. Even they have made roads into the military. They have entered into the high echelons of public finance and banking, even into the Reserve Bank. Even in the Reserve Bank Director Board, important RSS ideologues are sitting as the directors of RBI. So in the finance sector, in the corporate sector, they are making their stooges bigger and bigger. But due to its own reasons, quote and unquote, unfortunately, their bubbles are bursting, and that's a course of doing things in capitalism. Adani is facing a rift, not because of the lesser help from the BJP, but due to its own reasons. So in this juncture, you can see centrist forces. All of us agree that Congress was the ruling party. It declared emergency in 1975. Then I was 18 years old. My colleagues are sitting in Pichakutis, a very famous journalist sitting in front of me. All of us, including Chandrasekharan, TP, all of us are the products of the fight against emergency in the campuses. I have no doubt. So centrist forces are finding it very difficult to exist. Rahul Gandhi walked around 4,000 kilometers from Kanyakumari to Srinagar. True. Does it mean that he will win in the next election? Yes, he did a hard work, of course. I appreciate it. So not only the left, that centrist forces also are trying it very difficult to fight against the rightist forces. Look at the regional parties. Look at BSP. Is it weakening or strengthening? It is weakening. Janata Dal factions, they are struggling. In Orissa, they are existing. Of course, in Tamil Nadu, I appreciate DMK, which stitches all the political parties together and making a meaningful coalition at least. So in this political situation, I request this All India Conference to discuss about the political agenda that we have to put forward for the 2000 coming parliament elections. So my party's opinion is that at any cost, we have to oust the rightist politics, rightist forces from the state power in India. So CMB's opinion is that you may not be agreeing to that point. We have to make the broadest possible political coalition in the country to defeat BJP RSS and at least temporarily finishing their tenure as the controller of the state power. My second point is, we looked at the fact, and again we have to analyze, we are communists. Why the right-wing forces are getting stronger and stronger? How we know, but why we don't know. We have to think quietly, without preoccupied notions. Of course, we have to use the tools of Marxism. P.J. James is a better person to do that. We have to look at how clever they are, how cruel they are, how much capitalist they are, while adoring the fascist ideology, while wearing the robes of nationalism stitched with the Hindutva strings. So Hindutva and nationalist forces, they are gaining force. They are gaining so many things in India, not only in India. In different parts of the world, the right-wing forces are camouflaging themselves as nationalist forces and winning the elections. So when CPI-ML comrades said, down with elections, we had objected. But now, artificial intelligence is a new tool to cook the elections. Even the American president elections were cooked. There are allegations. So it is very easy for the ruling classes to cook the elections, to make the elections in their favor. So across the world, the right wing is emerging reasons we have to find. I am not putting forward ready-made answers because I don't know that properly. But I would say the last point. The communist movement, it is not at all obsolete. Recently, I could summarize Das Kapital, Volume 1. My publisher said, Mr. John, it will not be sold out. But fortunately, 3 editions are sold out. Then my editor and publisher is a rich man, naturally. He said, who is reading all these things? Your book has been sold out. Because the people are looking at you, not at me, not at Comrade Pasla or Gangadharji, not at K.K. Rama. They are looking at the left. They are looking at the political forces, progressive forces. But they are not satisfied. They are more democratic in the home, in the classroom, in the bedroom, on the dining table. Democracy reigns. So there may be a democratic deficiency in our attitude. I am not prescribing anything. So we have to redo the left movement with the revolutionary content intact, without losing the revolutionary content, without losing what we are intending for, without camouflaging the cruelty of capitalism, and by exposing the real capitalist exploitations. How we can enter in the minds of the young, how we can acquire our own forces, the working forces, right from the IT expert to the agriculture worker, the construction worker, the pan masala dealer, anyone. So this is a big question to be addressed. So we have to have more frequent interactions. We have to have joint platforms. We have to think aloud. Of course, we have to make our party bigger, but we have to draw the picture of the left much bigger than our apparatus. Of course, apparatus is very important, but it should not be apparatus oriented. The apparatus orientation of the communist ideology often became a self-defeating experiment. So we have to keep our apparatus intact. We have to keep our guns to fire our firearm. But if you have no bullet, there is no point in holding a gun. So we have to make our powerful bullet, that is Marxism. We have several differences, like for example, we reject the Stalinist outlook of a Communist Party apparatus. We often quote Rosa Luxemburg. We don't think that Rosa Luxemburg is the last for everything. We are not Luxembourgists, but it's an opening. We have to cut open the discussions about the ideological agreements and differences in detail. But in current political situation, we have to find a platform to defeat the rightist forces in the country. And I congratulate Kerala State Committee of RMP. I know that all of you know Comrade T.P. Chandrasekharan. He was hacked to death. He was my colleague, he was my brother. When I was the president of this district, Calicut, he was the vice president, area secretary. He was so close to me, even when we were in two parties. He was hacked to death. But RMP in Kerala stood like a rock, and they could defeat the semi-fascist forces in Vadagara, and now proud K.K. Rama is an MLA. It's not a silly thing. You know what they are doing? They are using their social media to tarnish her. They tried to tarnish her in the assembly. United Democratic Front, in which my party is a member, stood behind her. And UDF suggested her name to the panel of chairpersons in the assembly. And K.K. Rama is sitting on the dais of Kerala Assembly as the chairperson. It's a good reply. I congratulate RMPI and RMP State Committee in Kerala. Comrades, we are comrades in arms. But unfortunately, we are very far away in our understandings, and we are not meeting at all. We are smiling at each other. We are sending smileys, but we are not discussing anything. So we shall come together again and again. We shall discuss things in detail, and we shall do things together in trade unions, in student unions and youth federations, in cooperatives. So I extend once more the warmest greetings to the second conference of RMPI, and I congratulate you all for holding the red flag high. CPM has hidden the red flag in Agartala, but RMPI is holding the red flag in Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Kerala, and Madhya Pradesh, or anywhere, everywhere they are active. CMP also is doing that. When CMP was formed by M.V. Raghavan, he is no more. He said, red flag is not meant for any party. Red flag is the real wealth of the working class. It is not the wealth of CPM or CPI or any party. So we shall hold the red flag high we shall march forward with our revolutionary ideas. So I congratulate you once more and greet the Revolutionary Marxist Party Conference, RMPI Conference once again. Thank you very much.